Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we'll be discussing about a decorator design pattern with a real example. So stay with me throughout the entire video. So let's get started. So decorator design pattern, as you all know, it adds additional functionality to an existing object without changing the actual object. So how it can be done? So how can we do it programmatically? That we are going to see today with a real example. So just I will just walk you through the code, and we will create a UML diagram together. So let's try to see how that relationship between the different classes is there, and what is the relationship, and how can we chain the different classes objects together. So here I have taken an example of an avatar. As you all know, it is kind of a virtual object. You can say avatar, and it has a description which is kind of a abstract API. So there is an actual avatar which implements or inherits avatar class, and it overrides the description API. So currently there is no implementation for this description API. It just returns an empty string. So now comes the decoration part. So if you want to add additional behavior to the avatar or additional attributes to the actual avatar object, so how can we do it without modifying this avatar object? If you want to do it in a layman fashion or in a simple fashion, you can edit this particular get description and add all the attributes here itself. So this is not a nice way to do it. So it is not extensible. So now how can we do that? So we will introduce an avatar decorator class which implements this avatar class or inherits this avatar class, and there is a avatar, the object that is being decorated will be a member of the decorator class. So we are currently decorating the avatar object. Therefore, there is an avatar pointer. Uh, there is a pointer to the avatar object here, and there is a constructor which takes in that avatar object and it initializes this particular avatar object. And as you saw, this get description gets overridden, and this avatar description, it is nothing but it points to the avatar get description. Now we have multiple different attributes that we want to add to the avatar. Like we want to add a jacket attribute. What we will do, we will create a jacket with implements this avatar decorator, and it calls this avatar description, that is a base description, and we add its own behavior to this particular description. That is, for this particular class, this is a jacket. So this is how it is in programmatically. Let's try to jump into a UML, try to construct a UML diagram. So currently I am using this draw.io, and here we can say we have an avatar which we want to create, and it has a method called get description. Get description is the name of the method, and this particular avatar is the abstract class because get description is an abstract API. And if you want to have a different actual avatar here, we will create an actual avatar like this, actual avatar. And this particular guy, what it does is it implements this particular or inherits this particular actual avatar. That's the thing here. Now let's try to create the decorator part. So I'm trying to move it to the center so that it will be much more symmetrical, and it will look bit nice. I'll just move this particular part, and now we have to create an avatar decorator. So how will you do it? We will create a avatar decorator. So this will also go ahead and implement this particular guy. So this actual avatar, and we have a decorator for it. And now we will go ahead and create the different attributes or the avatar. Actually, we have to create the avatar types here, but instead of that, for simplicity, I am just adding different attributes to the actual avatar or the costumes to the actual avatar so that it will simpler, easy to understand. So currently we have the jeans avatar, we can call it. And like that, we have different attributes to it. We have sunglass avatar, and we have something called as jacket, I guess. So this is the briefly. There are a few more. Uh, for how this implements this avatar decorator, and this also implements this avatar decorator, and this also implements this avatar decorator. So I guess, yeah, this is how, in a nutshell, the UML diagram will look like. Avatar is an abstract thing, and there is an actual avatar, and there's a decorator thing. And the most important thing to note here is that this avatar decorator will have an avatar object which is of type avatar. So this is what we have to know. The object being decorated will be a member of the decorator base, and this all will have a parameterized constructor taking in that object and passing it to the base. That's how the UML diagram will look like. Now let's try to jump into the code. So as I already told, there is different decorator for it, which implements this avatar decorator and shorts, etc. Now let's try to go to the main function. So we till now looked structurally how it is constructed. The decorator design pattern is constructed. Now let's try to chain it together or construct that particular avatar object in the main. So what I am doing here is I am creating an object of actual avatar, and in a while loop, based on the input choices from the user, so I am creating the customized avatar object and passing the old avatar object as a parameter to the constructor of this decorator object. So like that, I am creating different objects and passing the old pointer to this constructor. That's how the chaining happens. At the end, once it is done, and I'm just calling the get description on this avatar object. So this description will print out all the decorator or attributes that avatar is being decorated with. So without calling explicitly the get description of each individual avatar object, I can get all the description, all the attributes with a single call to this get description. So let's try to run this particular piece of code, and let's try to see what is going to happen. So how it functions. So similarly, I have covered a different visitor pattern also in my YouTube channel. So kindly check that video also out. I will try to link that particular video somewhere here or the description box below. Kindly check out the description box below. I have also a blog on the similar topics on the C sharp and C++. So kindly check that blog out. So our output has come up. taking some time. So guys, I guess in the debug mode it is, that is why it is taking some time here. Do is I will try to launch without debugging. Start without debugging. If I do, yeah, it came up. So let's try to add additional attributes to the avatar object. I am adding jacket, and then I am adding a t-shirt. Then I am adding jeans. Then I am adding sunglasses, and I'm adding running shoes. That's it. I'm exiting from this particular loop. So you can see at the end your character has the following items: jacket, t-shirt, jeans, sunglasses, and running shoes. So with a single call to the get description, we are able to print all the attributes that we have added to this particular avatar object. So that's how the decorator functions. So that's what I wanted to cover in this particular video. If you have any doubt regarding this decorated design pattern, please do comment in the description in the comment box below so that I can respond to it and make a new video if necessary. So if you like this particular video, do press the like button and share this video with your friends. Thank you and have a nice day.